Hey guys, it's John with ReelBlue Custom Rods, and welcome back to the channel. Out here fishing this morning. Been fishing for a little bit. So far, not so much luck. Overcast day, a slight breeze. I'm just kind of moving with the current a little bit. And I was fishing with the Rage Claw by Strike King, the 5-inch, which I love. And I caught one smaller fish, but lost it. It had some milfoil around it. What I'm trying to do is work the Neko rig or the Wacky rig again. And I might change it up a little bit later, try something different. But I'm going to start making my way over to some lily pads to see if we can connect with a nice fish today. I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you're able to enjoy the weekend. Maybe get out and do some fishing, build some fishing rods, go shopping, go on vacation, whatever it is you guys like to do. I hope you are able to do it. So I'm like cruising about 1.5 feet, 2 feet above some milfoil. And then I've got some lily pads to my right and my left and kind of a gap. And I'm trying to throw this in some areas where I think there's going to be some fish sitting. See if I can entice a hook up here. Oh, felt like I might have had a little small one on there. Oh shit. Over the top of the lily pad. There we go. So if you guys want to see, here is a little look at what I'm looking at. As you guys can see here in this video, this is what I'm looking at. So I've got kind of this small lily pad with the pink flowers to the right. Got a couple of down trees that come into the water and cross. And I'm trying to pull something off of one of these big logs from the trees that are hanging in the water. And I'm not getting lucky at all. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to kind of spin around, back down to these trees, these lily pads. And we just cut some milfoil. All right. Let's see. All right. So anyways, my gear setup today, I'm using the Sugilong telescopic rod. You've seen this before in some other videos. I've really been favoring this telescopic rod lately. I will put a video up here on the right if you're interested in watching the last video I did on this rod. I kind of did a breakdown on the rod and reel. You can get it on Amazon. I will put a link in the description below in case you are interested. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch over back to the crawl, the Rage 5-inch California crawl, and that is this right here. I'm also using the Sugilong 3000 reel. I love this reel. That is on Amazon as well, and I'll have a description down there. And I'm actually getting ready to do a video about the reel. But anyways, you know, I love having the opportunity to come out here, man, and fish. And I will say this year I've been doing a bit more fishing than I historically have been. Fish on. Not a big one, but hey, a fish is a fish. And we're not skunked. That's the good thing, is we're working off the skunk. There we go. Nice little guy, man. He can grow up, be about 20 pounds. I'll come back and get him in a few years. Beautiful little fish. But I will say I have been very fortunate to be able to do a bit of fishing this year. Because historically, I don't. And I think, you know, a lot of people may find that surprising, I guess. You know, I build fishing rods. You'd think I probably do a lot of fishing. And I don't. You know, yes, you know, I own a custom fishing rod business. And yes, I build my fair share of fishing rods. But, you know, it's not the only thing I do. I do have another job. But at some point, I would like my fishing rod business to be kind of its own standalone thing at some point. And I get it, that it takes time and patience, right? Conditions got to be right. I also understand sometimes you just got to take a chance. But I will say this break that I've taken, and if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. But I did take the first 6 months of this year off from posting content, public content on YouTube. I was posting once a week to my paid channel members, but I took a break from posting public content so I could do a couple things. One was build some fishing rods, but two, it was focus on myself and focus on my business and work on some things that I wanted to kind of establish for my business. And that was coming right out of, you know, the end of last year when I finally got my approved registered trademark for ReelBlue Custom Rods, right? And but I wanted to take a break, focus on myself, focus on some things that I was, you know, I had a few rods in the fire, if you will, a lot of things I was working on, and I wanted to kind of ease some of that stuff and focus on some things. And I am trying to set the conditions for my business at some point, right, where I can just do what I'm doing today all the time, right? That's the objective. If I could fish every freaking day, I would. But of course, I'd have to build some fishing rods in there. So one of the things that I did on that break is I focused on my Amazon content. There's no long form content on Amazon. Everything's 3 minutes or less, mostly horizontal. There's a few vertical videos. I got in there. I just missed that one. There's a few vertical videos I've got in there. But I really just focused on, or one of the things I focused on was my Amazon content. And the reason why is I thought I would share on my Amazon page, you know, the products that I use and that I like in the business of building custom fishing rods, you know, in fishing like I'm doing today, like again, this Sugi Lang 3000 multicolor fishing reel, but also in my everyday life, you know, things that I purchased that I need, or things that my wife has purchased that we need, and that help us out. And so I wanted to focus on that and create that. I mean, I've had an Amazon Associates account for many years, and I did put some links and some videos, and it drove a very minimal amount of income every month, very minimal, not very much at all, to be exact. And but I felt like, well, if I have this thing, I should either just, you know, this Amazon Associates account, I should just cut it, you know, cut it and run, or invest some time in it to build it out and you know, put some effort into it and try to see if I could turn it into something, right? I mean, if not, then why have it at all? And so that's one of the things that I've done. And you know, I just wanted to be able to, I have all these things that I buy, and I figured I would just, again, want to share those with people that were interested in building fishing rods, interested in, you know, outdoors fishing in general, or outdoors in general. And, you know, just kind of everyday life stuff around the house. And so that's one of the things I focused on. It's the same name. It's ReelBlue Custom Rods, LLC. On Amazon, it has my same logo that's on there. And that's where you can find stuff. And, you know, it's just portions, again, things that I use in the rod building, you know, in the process of rod building, that I can get on Amazon, that I could get for a good deal if you're a Prime member, you know, maybe save on shipping. And then again, things that have to do with fishing. I'm just looking out over here at my fishing buddy. I think she did not catch anything. So far so good. You know, I kind of started working on it back in March. It's July now, or August actually now, and it's coming along. You know, it is doing a little bit better than what it was before. I'm definitely making a little bit more money on it. So it was a Amazon associate stuff, but then I, as an Amazon influencer, building these videos, and bald eagles just came down and snatched up a fish. Wow, I wish I could have showed that to you guys. And building these videos, basically, you know, reviews of the products, and I'm only, you know, making videos on Amazon on products that I use, and that I love, to be frank. I don't want to create a video on Amazon about something that I don't like, or that I don't think that you guys would like, or, you know, help you out, or you would find useful. So that's one of the things I worked on. And then the other part is yeah, it's just working on myself, man, and just hanging out and trying to do some fishing and spending time with family. Because I think that's important. I think sometimes we get, at least sometimes I feel like I get caught up in the rat race, man, of working. And I don't take time for myself or for my family. And, you know, because I feel like I like to think I have a good work ethic. And so I feel like, you know, I get caught up in some stuff, and which as I should, but I feel like sometimes when you're working for other people, and you're working hard for other people, it'll take a lot out of you, man. And it's very rewarding. But again, it takes a lot out of you. And you know, my true ultimate objective with ReelBlue Custom Rods is to make this something. I mean, it is mine. It's my own company. It's, you know, it's just me. I am ReelBlue Custom Rods, right? But I want to make it to where it's my sole source of income at some point, and I don't have to keep working for other people. Which again, I don't mind. I love my job. It's rewarding, but I want to work for myself full time, and where I can, you know, do the things that I want to do when I want to do them and how I want to do them. And what's ironic is that's one of the reasons that I retired from the Army when I retired from the Army, was because I wanted to, although I loved the Army and I loved what I did, I was just at a point where I was tired of doing stuff for other people and asking to want to do things, and I just couldn't do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And that may sound ridiculous to some people. That is a true statement. And I feel like I'm at that point in my civilian career as well. Not that I'm ready to leave. I want to get to a point where I can leave and not look back and just focus on my business. And if any of you have ever felt that way or feel the same way I feel, I would love to hear what you have to say, or any thoughts you may have, or any techniques or thoughts that you may have that you might have done or went through. I would love to hear, if you're willing to share them, down in the comments block. Let me know, man. If you're at a point in life where you're looking for a change in life, or you were at that point and you took that change, I would love for you to, if you're willing, I'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments block, and share your experience, because maybe it's something I can learn from. And that's what this channel is all about. You know, I created ReelBlue Custom Rods. I caught one, Catherine. Bass. Different. Perch? Could have been a perch. Oh.
But I ran out of weight.
You ran out of weight.
So I think the one weight came out. It wasn't there anymore, and I put the smaller weight in, and I couldn't fit on it.
All right, come on. If you come alongside me, I'll give you some weights.
And then the last cast I had with it, I was getting fit, and then when I reeled in, there was no return left.
Okay. I'm filming a video. So yeah, no, you're fine. Just so you know, you want the same too?
Yeah, or even if you want to give me the cheap ones.
I don't have the cheap ones.
Oh, you don't? So in the
oh, in the kit?
Yeah.
Ah, this thing does not hold hooks, man.
No, it doesn't. And then try these orange worms. I was getting bit like crazy, mostly in the middle, like the middle of the lake.
Give me your hand.
And
those are the lead ones.
Okay. Try a couple of those. Because I was getting bit a whole lot. Like I cast it and then just kind of let it
sit for a little bit. It was like, and the first one I got was that different fish, and then I lost my fish.
Okay, I will give these a shot. Thank you. I just caught it on the whatchamacallit.
Do you want any of these back, or are you just gonna use
No, you keep those. I got the tungsten one. Yeah, I caught it on the craw.
Oh, you did? Yeah. So far, nothing on the crawl. Just a lot of hits on this little dude.
All over the place back in here.
Like all in here.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna try the craw a little bit more, and then I'll switch over and try it. Thank you for sharing the worms.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Good luck, Catherine.
It's like one of these days, it's got to get better.
Right? It will. Might even be today.
Yeah.
So the hooks we were talking about, or the weights we were just talking about, are these, what do you call it? Reaction tungsten weights for Neko rigs. And they just basically slide up inside the worm. But I love these things because they're not lead. They just slide right up in there. They're perfect. And I'll put a link for these down in the description below as well. But their Reaction Tackle makes these. And again, I think that's a great company. Reaction Tackle. If you buy their stuff on Amazon, they'll include a card in everything that you buy from them. This is an example of it. It basically, the card is like, hey, if you're getting ready to return this to Amazon, don't give us a call and we'll help you out. And I think that's pretty cool. Trying to keep, customer service going. I think I'm going to try this crawl a little bit more and then maybe switch over to the worm that she just gave me. And I don't remember what I was talking about. We'll see if we get hook into a fish here. So let me show you what that worm was she gave me. I don't know what brand it is. This is the worm that she gave me for the Neko rig to give a go. And it's kind of an OD green top, orange with some red flake in it. That's what she's used on it. If you know what brand this is, leave a comment in the comment below. I'm curious to know. I mean, I can ask her, of course, but if any one of you guys watching now know which brand or type of worm that is, I would love to hear that. And then while I got it open, I'm just going to go ahead and set this up. And like that, just got the whole ring around that. We're ready to fish. But I do need a tungsten weight for it. And then I'll show you guys really quick. Put one of these in here. Actually, that's a pretty smaller one. I'm gonna put a smaller hook in it. So again, the tungsten weight, I just find a flat end back here, and then that tungsten weight's got it just like a sharp arrow or a point, and I just stick it inside the plastic. Bury that thing all the way down in there, just like that. I'll put that back in the bag. Let that marinate with the others. Again, Kevin Van Dam, Perfect Plastic by Strike Nasty Ocho. And we'll clean up the deck here a little bit. All right. Let's get to fishing. So I don't remember what I was talking about, but that is okay. All right, so I switched over to the orange worm, and look at that. Not a bad one. That's that orange worm. Good call on the orange worm, Catherine. Man, he's barely hooked. And then I'm gonna use my fish gripper right there. We'll just get him in the water. And there he goes. Sweet. He hit that sucker as soon as it landed. I felt it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
On the orange one?
On the orange worm.
Yeah.
Okay. Old person needs glasses. All right, there we go. I'll put that right back up top there like that. All right, guys. Well, that is it for the day. My camera died right after I took a break, and then switched over to that orange worm. And then, of course, I had the camera off, but turned it on when I was reeling that fish in, or after I got that fish reeled in, that largemouth. But I am telling you, man, that bait was pretty good. That was a good fish. But as I maneuver around the lake here, after I was just, and I released that fish, the battery died on the camera. So I ended up catching one more on the Marquine baby bluegill. Oh, that's the pumpkin. On the baby bluegill stick bait by Marquine, right there. And so I caught one more on that. So all in all, not a bad day. I caught 3 largemouth. Can't complain. Nice day on the water. As you can see, the sun came up. The clouds have moved on. But it's a great day. So thanks for watching. Appreciate the support to the channel. Make sure you guys watch this next video here. And until next time, guys, take care.